Have you ever wondered how Tim Burton's Batmobile became the darkest, most intimidating superhero vehicle ever created? What if I told you it started as a sketch on a restaurant placemat and eventually sold for $4.6 million? This gothic masterpiece hides secrets that will absolutely blow your mind. Today, we're counting down 20 weird facts about the Batmobile from Tim Burton's 1989 Batman that even the most hardcore fans have never heard. From real jet engines to custom 3D printed parts, from Prince's visit to record-breaking auctions, these revelations are incredible. 20. The Batmobile started as a sketch on a placemat. Production designer Anton Furst created the first Batmobile concept on a restaurant placemat. Tim Burton and Furst were dining together discussing the film's visual direction. Burton wanted something completely different from the campy 1960s TV Batmobile. It needed to be dark, menacing, and gothic. Furst grabbed the paper placemat and started sketching. He drew a long, low, jet-like vehicle with massive fins and an enclosed cockpit. Burton loved it immediately. That rough sketch became the foundation for the final design. The placemat drawing captured Burton's vision perfectly. A vehicle that looked like it emerged from Batman's psyche. Dangerous and beautiful. From casual dinner conversation to cinema history, all starting with an impromptu sketch. 19. It was built on a Chevrolet Impala chassis. Beneath the Batmobile's exotic exterior lived humble American engineering. The production built it on a Chevrolet Impala chassis. This wasn't exotic supercar technology. It was a standard full-size American car platform. The choice was practical and smart. Impala chassis were robust, readily available, and easy to modify. Parts were cheap and mechanics understood them. The production needed reliability, not exotic engineering. Using conventional American underpinnings meant the car could actually function during demanding filming schedules. The Chevy platform provided the wheelbase and structural foundation. Everything else was custom bodywork and modifications. This combination of ordinary mechanics and extraordinary design characterized the entire Batmobile. It looked alien, but drove on proven Detroit engineering. Pure movie magic built on everyday automotive reality. 18. The jet engine turbine was real. The intimidating jet turbine visible in the Batmobile's rear wasn't just a prop. It was an actual Rolls-Royce jet engine. The production sourced a genuine turbine from an aircraft. They mounted it prominently in the car's back section. The engine itself didn't power the vehicle. The Chevy drivetrain handled actual propulsion. But the jet turbine was real, functional hardware. They could spin it for shots requiring authentic movement. The sound was partly genuine jet engine noise, enhanced in post-production. Having real aerospace engineering added authenticity impossible to fake with props. The weight and presence of actual jet technology influenced how the car looked and behaved. This commitment to using real components whenever possible characterized Burton's production philosophy throughout the film. 17. 2 complete Batmobiles were built. The production constructed 2 full Batmobiles for filming. The hero car received the most attention and detail. Every surface was perfectly finished. All the gadgets and details were fully realized. This car appeared in close-ups and beauty shots. The stunt car was built tougher with reinforced construction. Its details were less refined but structurally stronger for action sequences. The stunt car could handle rough driving without worrying about damaging delicate components. Both cars were fully functional vehicles, not static props. They could drive, turn, and operate on real streets. Having 2 cars kept production moving. While one was being repaired or detailed, the other was filming. This redundancy was expensive but essential for the ambitious action sequences Burton envisioned. 16. It cost $250,000 to build each one. Each Batmobile cost approximately $250,000 to construct in 1988. That's over $500,000 in today's money. For 2 cars, the total investment approached $500,000 $1988. Warner Brothers executives were nervous about this expenditure. No movie car had cost this much before, but the budget reflected the complexity and ambition. These weren't modified production cars. They were ground-up custom builds. Every body panel was hand-fabricated. The mechanical systems were extensively modified. All the gadgets and weapons required engineering and installation. The jet turbine alone cost thousands. Labor hours were enormous. Skilled craftsmen worked for months on each vehicle. The investment paid off spectacularly. The Batmobile became one of cinema's most iconic vehicles, worth every penny spent. 15. The car was 20 feet long. The Batmobile measured over 20 feet from nose to tail. This wasn't a nimble sports car. It was a massive, intimidating presence. Burton wanted it to dominate every scene. The length created serious filming challenges. Maneuvering through Gotham's streets required careful choreography. Tight turns were nearly impossible. The production scouted locations that could accommodate the Batmobile's size. Some narrow streets simply couldn't work. The massive dimensions served the story, though. Batman wasn't subtle. His vehicle shouldn't be either. The Batmobile needed to announce his presence dramatically. That 20-foot length made it a rolling monument to intimidation. Every inch contributed to the overwhelming presence Burton wanted. Size wasn't just specification, it was character design through automotive scale. 14. Michael Keaton couldn't see while driving. Michael Keaton faced serious visibility problems behind the Batmobile's wheel. The Batsuit severely limited his peripheral vision and head movement. Combined with the Batmobile's small windshield and long hood, visibility was terrible. Keaton literally couldn't see where he was going properly. For driving scenes, the production used multiple techniques. Sometimes they towed the Batmobile with Keaton inside for the illusion of driving. Other times, stunt drivers handled the actual piloting. When Keaton genuinely drove, crew members guided him with radios. Near accidents happened during filming when Keaton misjudged distances. The combination of limited suit mobility and poor car sight lines created dangerous situations. Keaton's dedication meant he attempted driving whenever possible, but safety concerns limited how much he actually piloted the vehicle during complex sequences. 13. The shields didn't actually work initially. The Batmobile's defensive shields were supposed to cocoon the vehicle in armor. Panels would slide over the windshield and sides, creating an impenetrable shell. Conceptually brilliant, mechanically problematic. The shield mechanisms constantly malfunctioned during early filming. Motors would jam. Panels wouldn't align properly. The shields would deploy halfway and stick. These failures caused significant delays. Engineers worked frantically to improve the reliability. They reinforced motors and adjusted timing mechanisms. Eventually, they achieved acceptable functionality. But some early film sequences show shields that don't close completely or move awkwardly. Sharp-eyed viewers can spot the mechanical struggles. The shields looked incredible when working. Getting them to work consistently was an ongoing battle throughout production. This high-tech feature proved temperamental under real-world filming conditions. 12. It had a real working grappling hook. The Batmobile's grappling hook wasn't just visual effects, it was a functional mechanical device. The production built an actual working system that could fire a grappling hook and winch. The mechanism was pneumatically powered and genuinely functional. For specific scenes, they used the real grappling hook practically. It could actually anchor to objects and pull. The cable had real tensile strength and could support loads. Safety protocols were strict when using live equipment. Crew members maintained careful distance during operation. The practical grappling hook added authenticity to those sequences. When you see the hook deploy and grab something, that's often real mechanical action, not just movie magic. This commitment to functional gadgetry characterized the entire production. Burton wanted the Batmobile's capabilities to be as real as possible. 11. The flame afterburner effect was propane. The dramatic jet exhaust flame shooting from the Batmobile used propane systems. The production installed actual flame-throwing equipment in the rear. Controlled propane burners created those impressive fire effects. This was dangerous, practical effects work. Flames shot several feet behind the car during boost sequences. Fire safety crews were always present during flame effects. The propane system required careful calibration. Too much fuel created dangerous fireballs. Too little looked unconvincing. They achieved the perfect balance for dramatic visual impact without excessive risk. The roaring flames added to the Batmobile's intimidation factor. It looked like a jet-powered monster consuming the night. These practical fire effects have a visceral quality CGI flames can't match. The danger was real, making the effect genuinely thrilling. 10. One Batmobile was destroyed in a stunt. During filming, one Batmobile suffered catastrophic damage during a stunt sequence. The specific details remain somewhat unclear, but the car was severely damaged. Some reports suggest a high-speed maneuver went wrong. Others indicate a collision with set pieces caused the destruction. Whatever happened, the damage was extensive enough that rebuilding seemed impractical. The production faced a difficult decision: repair or replace. They ultimately rebuilt the damaged car, though it required substantial work. This incident created production delays and budget concerns. Losing one of two Batmobiles would have been catastrophic. The accident highlighted the risks of practical stunt work with irreplaceable custom vehicles. Every scene with the Batmobile carried real stakes. These weren't mass-produced cars with readily available replacements. Each was a hand-built masterpiece that couldn't easily be duplicated. 9. The interior was inspired by fighter jets. The Batmobile's cockpit design drew heavy inspiration from military aircraft. Anton first studied fighter jet interiors extensively. The button layouts, switch configurations, and instrument panels all referenced aviation design. This wasn't coincidental. Burton wanted Batman to feel like a pilot, not just a driver. The cockpit reinforced the jet-powered aesthetic. Everything was positioned for tactical operation. Switches were within easy reach. Displays provided critical information at a glance. The enclosed canopy enhanced the fighter jet atmosphere. Bruce Wayne wasn't driving to the grocery store. He was launching a military assault on crime. The cockpit design communicated this through every detail. Modern viewers recognized the influence on subsequent Batmobiles. The fighter jet aesthetic became standard for Batman's vehicles, all starting with this 1989 design philosophy. 8. The steering wheel was custom 3D printed. The Batmobile's distinctive bat-shaped steering wheel was created using early 3D printing technology. In 1988, this was cutting-edge manufacturing. 3D printing was still emerging technology, primarily used in aerospace and high-end industrial applications. Using it for a movie prop was innovative. Traditional steering wheels wouldn't fit Burton's aesthetic. The Batwing shape was too complex for conventional manufacturing. 3D printing allowed the precise, organic curves the design required. Multiple prototypes were printed and tested before finalizing the design. This technological approach was ahead of its time. Today, 3D printing is standard in prop making, but in 1988, it represented bleeding-edge problem-solving. The Batwheel became one of the Batmobile's most distinctive interior features, all thanks to emerging technology most people had never heard of. 7. The Batmobile had no reverse gear. Here's a strange design quirk. The Batmobile reportedly had no functional reverse gear. Whether this was intentional philosophy or practical limitation remains debated. Some claim Burton liked the idea that Batman never retreats, so his car shouldn't either. Others suggest the custom transmission simply didn't include reverse capability. Whatever the reason, backing up was impossible under the car's own power. For scenes requiring reverse movement, the production towed the Batmobile. This created logistical complications during filming. Simple maneuvers like three-point turns became complex operations. The lack of reverse added to production challenges in tight locations. Ironically, this limitation reinforced Batman's character. He only moves forward, never backing down. 6. Prince visited the set and sat in it. Prince, who created the film's soundtrack, visited the Batman set during production. He was fascinated by the Batmobile and requested to sit inside. The production arranged a special session for the artist. Prince climbed into the cockpit and explored the interior. Photos from this visit show him genuinely excited by the vehicle. The Batmobile's gothic aesthetic aligned with Prince's own theatrical sensibilities. Some crew members believe the experience influenced his soundtrack work. The dark, aggressive energy of his Batman songs mirrors the Batmobile's menacing presence. Prince understood the film's tone partly through experiencing its most iconic element firsthand. 5. The side-mounted machine guns actually fired. The Batmobile's intimidating side-mounted machine guns were functional weapons. They actually fired during filming, though not live ammunition. The production installed guns capable of firing blanks with realistic muzzle flash and sound. These weren't just props with added visual effects. The mechanical weapons created real fire, noise, and recoil. Safety protocols were extreme when filming with functional firearms. Areas were cleared and fire crews stood ready. The practical gunfire added visceral realism impossible to achieve with pure special effects. The sound, flash, and smoke were genuinely happening on set. This commitment to practical effects characterized Burton's production philosophy. 4. Warner Brothers still owns both original Batmobiles. Both 1989 Batmobiles remain in Warner Bros.' possession. The studio recognized their historical and monetary value. They've never sold these iconic vehicles. Both cars are maintained in the studio archive. Occasionally, they appear at Warner Bros. Studio tours. The hero car is displayed in pristine condition. The stunt car shows its battle scars authentically. Warner Bros. Brings them out for special events, anniversaries, and premieres. They've appeared at Comic-Con and other major conventions. The studio keeps them in working condition when possible. These aren't static museum pieces, but functional vehicles. Conservative estimates value each car at several $1 million. 3. Tim Burton wanted it to look like it could kill you. Tim Burton's core direction for the Batmobile was simple but powerful. It should look lethal. He wanted pedestrians to fear it. The vehicle should be a weapon first, transportation second. Every design element served intimidation. The sharp angles could cut. The jet turbine suggested destructive power. The enclosed cockpit made it seem inhuman and relentless. Burton rejected anything that softened the design. No friendly curves or approachable elements. The Batmobile was Batman's fist, rendered in steel and darkness. This philosophy represented Burton's entire approach to Batman. The character wasn't a friendly superhero, he was vengeance personified. 2. The design influenced every Batmobile after it. The 1989 Batmobile fundamentally changed how Batman's vehicle would be portrayed forever. It established the template all subsequent versions followed. The 1960s camp aesthetic was abandoned permanently. Every Batmobile since has been dark, militaristic, and intimidating. The Tumbler from Batman Begins is a direct descendant. The Arkham game Batmobiles owe their DNA to this design. Even the Matt Reeves version references Burton's aesthetic. Specific elements became standard: enclosed cockpit, jet propulsion aesthetic, aggressive angles, functional weaponry. Burton proved the Batmobile could be a character itself, not just transportation. The design influenced beyond Batman too. Superhero vehicles became darker and more tactical across all franchises. This single 1989 design shifted an entire genre's visual language. Every intimidating superhero vehicle traces its lineage back to Burton's Gothic masterpiece. 1. It sold at auction for $4.6 million. In 2013, one of the original 1989 Batmobiles sold at auction for an astonishing $4.6 million. This wasn't a replica or tribute car. It was a genuine screen-used vehicle from the film. The buyer paid nearly 20 times what it cost to build. This record-breaking sale confirmed the Batmobile's status as automotive and cultural icon. The price reflected more than just a movie prop. It represented a generation's childhood, a watershed moment in superhero filmmaking, and Tim Burton's revolutionary vision. The buyer acquired not just a car, but a piece of cinema history. From $250,000 construction cost to $4.6 million value, the appreciation is staggering. And there you have it. 20 weird facts about Burton's Batmobile that prove the best superhero vehicles are built from darkness and genius. Which fact shocked you most? Burton or Nolan's Batmobile? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button, and subscribe for more movie secrets. I'm Batman, and you should hit subscribe.